I think we can all agree that a game that probably has the most potential in standalone VR is Minecraft, and pretty much for the entire lifespan of the Quest 3, this has been impossible. Until today, the 23rd of May, with the launch of Minecraft for the Quest 3. But that's not everything. From yet another AMA from BOS talking about Discord integrations for Quest, more Pico 5 leaks, tons of free games launching on the Metastore, to a breakdown and even more trustworthy leaks of the MetaQuest 3S. This week's a big one, so strap in for another week's worth of VR news. Now, I'm incredibly excited for VR for one specific reason, and that's the future. And this most recently is mainly due to the fact Meta is opening up their operating system to selected developers. The LG partnership, for example, is looking on creating a Meta headset to compete directly with the Vision Pro, and recently we got an insight into what they are working on. Just the other week, LG showcased their 4K micro OLED display with 10,000 nits of brightness. And while you might immediately think that means a headset that will be like this, that's not actually the case. The Vision Pro, for example, and the Quest 3 only output about 100 nits of brightness, while the displays themselves are around 5,000 nits. This is because the pancake lenses are very inefficient at dispersing the brightness, and so most of it is lost. These new displays also reportedly have a higher resolution and larger colour gambit than the Vision Pro, which if this is to be utilised in a future Quest Pro model, this would be significantly higher specs in terms of displays than the Vision Pro. But it's not all bright lights. The recent announcement of Meta going open to selected developers seems to have caused some issues with their Meta-LG partnership, and this is most probably due to LG not fully benefiting from the partnership, as it's the manufacturing revenue they would most likely benefit from. And now, with the most recent announcement, this will be spread thinner. According to the Korea Economic Daily, this partnership has slowed or ended because of the clash. But from what it looks like, these sources are questionable, so fingers crossed this actually isn't the case. Microsoft has also shown off their closer ties to Meta with this most recent video, where Microsoft announced Windows volumetric apps for the use on Quest. And this will essentially create competition in the spatial computing department with the Vision Pro. And here's the clip.
We're deepening our partnership with Meta to make Windows a first-class experience on Quest devices. And Windows can take advantage of Quest's unique capabilities to extend Windows apps into 3D space. We call these volumetric apps.
What gets me excited about this new partnership isn't the fact we will see new, more specific headsets from third parties. It's more to do with the fact that the partnered companies can start developing for the platform, like Microsoft and Xbox, for example. For now, it's just a streaming device, but with the partnership, all Xbox needs to do is create content for the platform, not develop the hardware itself, so a significant portion of the risk has been eliminated. The same goes for Microsoft. Spatial computing. All it requires is software development. Now, the time and investment in creating and developing for Quest will go up exponentially because of this. But keeping on the subject of the future, BOS did yet another AMA on Instagram the other day, where he touched on the future of Quest in regards to Discord and a wider field of view headset. Here's the clip.
Yeah, that's something we'd be thrilled about too. It's one of those things where, if you have friends and family, the Discord team, reach out, encourage them to consider it. I think they've got, it's an exciting product that they've built, exciting platform that they're building, and I'm sure everyone out there is excited to do integrations with them. And so, if their product leadership is getting reach outs from customers saying, hey, this is a thing that I want, hopefully that tips the scales in terms of what they want to do. But in the meantime, the platform is open, the invitation's open. We'd love to have them in. Because I think it's a great product, and I think it would be a great fit for our two communities to kind of come together.
The integration of Discord seems like an obvious move, but I'm surprised there hasn't been these conversations in the past. It's really strange to see these casual disconnects between large companies. You think they would have a direct line to one another. But moving on to later in the AMA, BOS also talks about a wider field of view headset. I always thought we'd be well above 110 degrees by now, pushing close to 140, but it looks like this might not be the case in the near term.
Yeah, this question comes up every now and then, and I'll say a couple pieces on it. The first one is, I've played with prototype headsets that had much wider field of views and much taller fields of views. Of the two, I think going taller is the bigger value add. Going wider, we're already pretty wide. You're getting pretty far to the periphery on width because it's two eyes, and so you kind of combine that. On height, though, there's some really cool effect where with a tall field of view, when I got to the edge of a tall building in the virtual scene, I really felt some intensity there. And so I would go a little taller if I could. Why don't I then? Well, because every change that you make in the optical system has this kind of quadratic impact on the rest of it. So as soon as you go bigger field of view, now you need to render more pixels, and those pixels there's quadratically more of them in the periphery than there are in the center, but you don't actually value them nearly as much. So you're kind of doing compute in the wrong place.
So based on that, it's clear that it's been decided the trade-off just isn't worth the extra FOV yet. To a degree, I understand, but I'm not sure why they don't just fake it. Add an ambilight effect, or at least something to give the illusion of a wider field of view headset. Outside the focal point, the resolution can be really low, so I hope we'll see something where we can at least give the illusion of a wider field of view in the short term. But moving on to the 2 headsets coming out hopefully this year, and hopefully one within the next few months. The Quest 3S just had more confirmations that this is in fact real. Luna on Twitter, or X, posted this the other day. From what it seems, multiple dev kits are out in the wild, and the specs of the Quest 3S are as follows. The Quest 3S will have the same Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip as the Quest 3, making it just as powerful, but in combination with the Quest 2's lenses and display panel. A 1832 by 1920 LCD display, the Quest 3S will surprisingly have full colour pass-through like the Quest 3, and also come with the same controllers. Basically, to summarise, it's a Quest 3 with old optics. And I think this headset could be incredible for one simple reason: cost. If they pull this off at $300 or less, or even the reported $199, this will fly off the shelves. The power of the Quest 3, and that with mixed reality, is a game changer in itself, and to get this to a price point where people can purchase this without overthinking could really lead to a wider adoption of VR in general, which is better for all of us. There is also another round of Pico leaks with more images showing the controllers of the Pico 5. Clearly they are going down the same route as the Quest 3, but it'll be interesting to see how they compare in terms of price and performance. Meta is really dominating in this space, and maybe they are just too far ahead to compete at lower prices. Now, before I talk about Minecraft, let's just briefly touch on some updates and changes coming to the Quest. I don't want to focus too heavily on these public test channel stream changes, as to be honest, we don't see most of them being integrated in the short term. But in short, Luna posted some changes in relating to Quick Pair for Bluetooth pairing. This could be general improvements for third-party accessories and controllers. It looks like there are more options for furniture mapping with more shapes and tags available. And also a wrist button is now available to try, which actually got leaked a few months ago. To be honest, this is actually a great alternative to the pinch gesture. A reference to improved Do Not Disturb options have also been added, and more features in relation to adjusting and customizing keyboard size inside mixed reality. We also get a reference to the use of codec avatars, which if you don't know already are these ultra high realistic avatars Meta has been working on. One of the best updates so far is to the Meta Quest browser. I was curious how they would compete with the Vision Pro's approach to the screen, and it looks like Meta just might be using the browser as its main screen. Just like the spatial app I showed a few weeks ago, Luna from X shows us a similar dimming feature coming to the Quest, with options for wider screens. It currently doesn't work in pass-through, but this actually might be due to them adding ambient lighting, hopefully. Lastly, and this has been the case for the last few months, the use of AI looks to be integrated shortly with access to your camera like Meta Ray-Bans. Just to give you a slight glimpse over the next few years, I do think we will start to see features like this shortly, as Meta is going hard on developing their Llama large language model. Microsoft recently showed what an AI assistant would look like whilst playing a game like Minecraft, and I'll play the clip because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make a sword. My son plays this game all the time, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
No worries. I'm here to help you impress your son. I see you've got a crafting table in front of you, which is a great start. To craft a sword, you'll need some materials. Can you open your inventory? Just press E on your keyboard.
Yeah, do I have what I need?
Let's see. You've got some sticks, perfect for the sword's handle, but it looks like you're missing the material for the blade. You can use wood, stone, iron, gold, or diamond. Let's start by gathering some wood or stone. Shall we head out and find some resources?
Yeah, that sounds great. Oh my god, what's that?
Oh no, it's a zombie! Run! You need to get away from it fast. Either sprint away or quickly build a tower of blocks straight up to get out of its reach.
I think conversational AIs would work really well inside VR, as it represents reality more so than a flat screen. Imagine having an AI avatar assistant like Cortana from Halo that could guide you through levels or actually act as an AI NPC. I genuinely think we're only a few years away from seeing this implementation. But let's talk about Minecraft. Since last year, standalone Minecraft has been broken on Questcraft. And for those who don't know, Questcraft is a direct port of the Java edition of Minecraft. I've used this on and off since the launch in 2022, and it is near perfect in terms of how it controls and the functionalities. But there is one thing that got in the way, and that was lack of performance. But now with the Quest 3 and the significant boost in graphical performance, this is a lot less of an issue. The team behind Questcraft is releasing their latest version of Minecraft running on the Quest 3. For free. You only have to own a copy of the Java edition of Minecraft. The team has been super hard at work, so if you'd like to check out their 5.0 update announcement, it's just been made on their channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Lastly, if you're a fan of free games and apps, applab has just been integrated into the main store, so now you can easily access and view and download applab games without following the link. I'm going to try and show off a few free applab games, as these have been hidden for a long time, and there are definitely a few gems in there. I hope you enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe if you did, and as always I'll catch you on the next one.